Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 16th through September the 22nd. And we have a very interesting celestial sky with 3 significant events, and I'll get into that later on the astrology section of your reading. Thank you guys. I had so many new subscribers last week. I'm so excited. Thank you. I really appreciate you all. If you're returning, thank you for your loyalty and your support. I really appreciate that. And if you're new, I hope you enjoy these readings and you'll come back. Now, these are general readings for the collective, guys. So, take what resonates and leave the rest. And don't forget, these are for your sun, moon, and rising. So check out the other videos because maybe your rising sign might make more sense to you. If you would like a more personal, tailored reading, click on this link or go to the Show More section below in the description box. If you're looking at this on a phone, it's a little arrow pointing downwards. If you press that, you can see all the information. All the links to the other videos will be below. The links to my Facebook group will be below. You should join that. Every 2 weeks I do a live feed in Facebook, and we look, it's fun, we look at how the it's either the new moon or the full moon is affecting you personally. Which area of your chart does it affect you? So join my Facebook group. The link is below. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And please don't forget to like, comment. I answer every comment. And subscribe if you haven't already. And share. My short-term goal is get to 10K subscribers. That would be amazing. So, I want to quickly say these readings come in 3 sections. The intro, which is this part, the astrological report, which is next, and then the tarot report, the tarot reading, sorry. And there are skip times to each section so that you can, if you're checking out some moon rising, you can go straight to the video if you want, so you don't have to watch the astrological or the intro again. And another way, guys, to support this channel is through Patreon. I want to thank my patrons. Thank you so much. The link to that will be below. And without further ado, let's go to the astrology section, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading, and we have 3 significant events happening this week, and we have some minor events that I'm not going to go into, but the big news is that Saturn stations direct. It has been retrograde since April, so we are going to feel a shift forward. We're going to be able to see our path forward and a practical way of getting there. Now, Saturn is the Lord of time. He rules time. So we need to bring in patience because things that our goals take time. To get to where we want to go takes time and effort. So we need to allow that time and honor that time to get there. We have had time to prepare things in Virgo, and now it's time for us to propel forward. Now, Saturn is also the planet of lessons. So we need to remember, we need to look at what we've done in the past and learn from it, not repeat mistakes. We will, Saturn a lot of people freak out about Saturn and say, oh no, Saturn. But Saturn actually steers us in the right direction. So what we sometimes consider blocks and things that are stopping us from going forward, this is Saturn saying, no, don't go there. Turn around and go in this direction. It's going to serve you better. So it's about slowing down, right? But it's also about putting the effort and the work into it, because we can't get to where we're going without hard work. And Saturn is about, getting your elbow grease in there, rolling up your sleeves and doing the work to get to where you want to go. And it's in Capricorn, in its home sign of Capricorn. So this is the earth sign. It's manifesting, right? It's going to help us. It's going to put rules and structure in place so that we can get to our goals. This is about limiting, it's about economizing, if you will. So we really have to look and kind of trim the fat. What is not working for us? This, Saturn's about purging, getting rid of what's not working for us anymore, having the courage to let that go. When we let that go, we will go forward faster. Maybe not as fast as we want to. So we really do have to practice patience during this time and honor the sense of time. So this really is about putting effort into it. But this wonderful grounding energy and this direction of going forward is going to, and I also want to mention that Pluto, which has been traveling along with Saturn through the sign of Capricorn, is also slowing down and getting ready to go direct, which will happen at the end of the month or the beginning of next month. That's a whole other story, so I'll go into that later. But we're feeling the effects of that change, transformation, and Saturn is, organizing things for us to go forward and to reach our goals. And we'll be able to see where we're going. Finally, we can see ahead and in practical terms. But we have to put the work in, as I said before. Now, that happens on Wednesday the 18th. Excuse me. And on the, let me just look, on the 21st, we have Jupiter in a challenging aspect, what we call a square in astrology, to Neptune. Now, Jupiter is the planet of abundance, more, expansion, spirituality, adventure. And I'm just looking here at the chart. And Neptune is dreamy, it's visionary, it is spiritual, it is a connection with the ethereal realm and creative, right? So this contentious aspect between the two, between Jupiter and Neptune, well, on the negative side of each planet, right? Jupiter can be addiction. It can be bigger, better, more of something that doesn't work for us. It can be overindulgence, overdoing lots of things. And Neptune is the planet of illusion, right? And on the negative side, delusion, also addiction, and not seeing things in the light, overdoing something, being overly optimistic. Jupiter is optimism too. It's being very optimistic. So Neptune can accentuate that and not see things in realistic terms. Now, going back to Saturn, Saturn's very realistic, so it could help with balancing that out. But we really need to remember that in our psyche. We need to remember that we can go off on tangents. We can be distracted by Neptune. Neptune can be a distraction. I can sit here and I'm planning my day, and before I know it, it's 2 hours later and I haven't got up and done anything because I've been in my head, on this dream with Neptune. So sometimes when this happens, I put alarms on my phone. I have to do this, and I give myself a 2-hour notice of what I have to do. And then when the alarm goes off, I have to go, oh gosh, yeah, I've got to get up and do that. So sometimes we have to do that to bring us back in. But if we have that awareness in our psyche that we can be distracted and we can go off, and we have to kind of ask our question, ask a question of ourselves. Okay, is this realistic? Because we have unrealistic expectations sometimes with Neptune, and especially with Neptune and Jupiter in this contentious kind of relationship. So it's something to be aware of. But on the other hand, you can really tap into creativity. You can, if you're a writer, if you're in the visual arts, whatever it is, or just to be creative, it's amazing for, optimistic, visionary goals to make those, and to do, write a novel, something fantastical and mystical. So it's really brilliant to tap into that energy, that source of energy while this is happening. Now, the next thing that is happening is, really it's not this week because this reading goes to the 22nd, but I'd be remiss not to mention that on Monday, the 23rd, the sun moves into Libra. It is the autumn equinox. So this is a huge shift in energy, and the sun is joining Mercury and Venus in Libra. So this, I'll talk about that next week, but I wanted you to know that. So also, happy birthday, Libra. Happy birthday. So we will discuss and talk about what's going on with that next week, because there are some other things going on. So yes, I want to also mention, where is it? I want to also mention at the same time, which I didn't mention as we were talking about it, at the same time that Saturn moves direct, it is in this beautiful trine with the moon in Taurus. Now, the moon in Taurus is in exaltation. It's it's expressing itself how it needs to express itself. It is creating security and helping Saturn. Saturn will help you see your way forward for security. It is a beautiful alignment between the moon and Saturn, so you can actually plan out and see what you need and what you want. And what will make you feel secure. And it's also a very nurturing energy. So it's really interesting that we have, I also want to mention before we go any further, that the Jupiter squaring Neptune can also bring in some fear of the future. And it can be unrealistic. It feels very real. So you can feel some anxiety. It's really important to meditate during this time. And also, and to remember that things aren't necessarily realistic. So it is about taking care of responsibilities, because Saturn's going to make sure that you take care of your responsibilities. It's going to be in our faces. We will need to take care of things that we've perhaps been putting on the back burner. But also is things that we need to take care of. So Saturn is showing us the way forward. And sometimes, especially with the Neptune and Jupiter connection, we will feel a little fearful and perhaps apprehensive about those responsibilities. But if we just get down and just do a little bit at a time and just take care of them, things will come out of this on top. Having taken care of our responsibilities, having lived up to our responsibilities. And that's us showing up for our lives. Okay, everyone. I wish you a wonderful, abundant week. And without further ado, let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the tarot card section of your reading for September the 16th through September the 22nd, and this is your last week for your birthday. Happy birthday, all you lovely Virgos. I have given individual Virgos shout outs last week and the week before, and maybe the week before that, I'm not sure, but definitely I just want to say happy birthday to you all of you lovely Virgos. All right. This is for Virgo. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Virgo for the week of September the 16th through the 22nd? 3 cards for Virgo, please. Oh, they want to come out, they don't. 1 card. 2 more cards for Virgo, please. Oh, one more card for Virgo. Darling, they are coming out fast and furious. You have messages. One last card for Virgo. Oh, that's too many. Okay. One last. There it is. Okay. Oh, they won't go back in. Funny, no, none of them turned over. Okay. Now, we have clarifying cards for Virgo. One last shuffle for Virgo. These are clarifying cards for Virgo. What wonderful guidance, blessings, gifts, and helpful information can you give Virgo through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. There it is. Oh, there are two cards there. I'm going to let you have that. Ah, very interesting. Okay. And this is, yes. Please clarify. You're getting two cards for every card, Virgo. I can't believe it. And now please clarify. There's a lot going on for you. I know that there's a lot going on for you. Oh, lovely. Okay. Let's look at your card, shall we? Okay, the first card out for you is the Four of Cups. Clarifying the Four of Cups is the Six of Cups and the Two of Swords. Then you have the High Priestess. Clarifying the High Priestess, you have the Seven of Cups and you have the Devil. Then you have the Tower. Clarifying the Tower is the King of Pentacles. Oh, darling, what is going on with you? A lot. Now, the first card out is the Four of Cups. I think I'm going to have to wear my glasses. I don't know if it's getting dark or I just can't see anymore. Oh, that's better. Yes. Okay, so the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is very kind of Neptunian. It is something that you're contemplating. It's perhaps things that you regret from your past, decisions that you've made, and you're just focusing on that. And it's almost like you're criticizing yourself for the decisions that you've made, and it's you're missing the gift. You're missing an opportunity, because if you look here, a wonderful big chalice is coming down for you, but you're not seeing it because you're in your head, and you are. Well, I can't kind of talk more about this without talking about the clarifying cards, right? So this is the Six. This is about the past. Six of Cups is about the past. The cups are emotional. You're emotionally in the past. And you've made some decisions perhaps that you're regretting that have brought you to the situation that you're in now, which is a real time of change and transformation, Virgo. This is not an easy time for you. So when the Four of Cups comes out, it's asking you to come into the present moment and start to look at your situation. Be present, actually. That's it. Be present in what's going on around you. Don't criticize yourself. It's so easy to be in that, I should have done this, I should have done that, I wish I'd done that, I wish I'd done this. It's so easy for anybody to do that. Resist that urge to do that. And it's all in the past, and you are missing wonderful opportunities by not being present. And you have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is there's a decision here, and you are refusing to see the truth in what's going on around you. You're procrastinating and making a decision that you know is best for you. And this decision, it's like you're blindfolded and you're completely blocked. And this causes even more confusion to yourself and those around you by not making this decision. It's time. It's time to make the decision one way or another. Take the blindfold off and really look at the situation. You're really being asked to come into the present moment and be in reality and look at your life the way it is, because change needs to happen. Something's got to give. And the next card is the High Priestess. The High Priestess, when she comes into a reading, it's like intuition, darling. Go with your intuition. You know what's right. She comes into a reading. She's giving you the keys to the Akashic records, or all knowledge from the beginning of time. Excuse me. The Akashic records of volumes and volumes of knowledge and wisdom, and that psychic ability and intuition that you can tap into right now. And that is going to guide you. It's really important for you to do that, Virgo. Now, clarifying this card, right, the High Priestess, is the Seven of Cups, which is more confusion. The Seven of Cups is... it's all you don't know which way to go. And in this deck, there are some decisions that you definitely should not make. There are not some good choices here, and there are some good choices. So, well, look, 7 is all about introspection. I'm sorry for the noise out there. You know, I've got the window open and it's New York and, you know, it's noisy. So this is about being introspective. It's about going inside. It's about meditating. It's about connecting with source energy, that inner peace, tranquility, and love, where you can make a really intelligent decision. Not just, it's not just, what do I want to say, logical. It's making a decision with your heart and your mind connected, which is true intelligence, right? When you make a decision from that. But a choice you must make. You've got more than one choice at your fingertips. There's more than one decision that you can make. There's more than one direction you can go in. But this is a time to make that direction. And you have the Devil next to that. The Devil is too much, and the Devil represents Saturn. Right? Capricorn. Capricorn is the manifesting world. This is too much emphasis on the material world. This is materialism at its best. This is the thing. There are two people tied to the Devil here. As slaves, don't be a slave to the Devil. Maybe you are tied to a person and you need to kind of release yourself from them. Whatever this is, look, Saturn's about purging. It's about getting rid of everything that no longer works for you, including people. Maybe you're already purging. Maybe you've already disconnected from someone, you know, a friend or a lover or someone. This is an emotional time for you. You're very emotional, and it's very difficult for you to express your emotions. That much I know. This is a time to really reach out for help. And when I say reach out for help, reach in spiritually. You know, or, you know, if you're an atheist, with friends, it's about connecting with people and asking for help. Free yourself. Maybe you're making a decision from a perspective of wealth and money and physical personal belongings, whatever it is. It's like, don't make a decision because of money, what you're getting paid, what you'll lose, what you'll gain. It's very important to come from a higher self, right? And to make that decision from that perspective. And you have the Tower coming in, and the Tower, whether you remove this, make that decision to remove this person, thing, or place, job, and maybe you're in a job that you don't like, that it's going to be removed. So this could mean that you lose a job. It could mean that you have to move for a job. It could mean that, these are situations that happen. That the Tower is a situation, but it's always a situation that comes in when something needs to go, and something will go. And you know what it is because you have the High Priestess. You know what needs to go, and you're not making the decision and going forward. So whether you make that decision or not, this thing, this person, this situation is being removed. And it doesn't feel good when this happens. It's kind of, it's a very difficult time when the Tower comes in. If you are proactive and you remove this, it's less of a shock, it's less pain, it's less abrupt. And actually, when you embrace this loss is when it becomes liberating. You can start afresh, and things look very different going forward, and they will be better. You will be able to you'll be able to break the chains that have held you down. Something is holding you down and holding you back. And when the Tower comes in, yes, it can be devastating. I mean, it doesn't have to be that major, but it can be. But the devastation is because we're holding on, right? So if we allow it to go, if we let it go, if we have the wherewithal to let it go, then it's not as painful. And look what happens when we let it go. We have the King of Pentacles. That's manifesting. Look, things are changing. And there's no two ways about it. Things are changing for you, Virgo, in a very shocking and drastic way for some of you. But this is going to be a really beneficial change because you have the King of Pentacles, and he's opulent, he's abundant, he's about manifesting wealth, he's about creating wealth, but it's through hard work. It's like and this is what Saturn's about. This is about getting to where you need to go, where you want to go, but you have to put the elbow grease in, you've got to put the effort in, you've got to work. The King of Pentacles has all this opulence, all these riches, all this, abundance. But he's worked really hard for it. He's under no illusion. He's out there with his subjects with his sleeves rolled up, toiling in the soil. Because he knows that he has to work for it. So this is about rolling your sleeves up and getting to work, making that decision once and for all, and freeing yourself from the chains of slavery. It's like you've been enslaved to this job, to this person, to this house, to this city, to this country, whatever it is for you. Liberate yourself by making that decision, being independent and going out there and changing your situation, because you have the power to do that. Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers. Help me grow this channel to 10,000 subscribers. Woo! Comment. I live for comments and feedback, and I always respond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.